Hello, English students. Welcome to another live and direct English class brought to you by Verbling.com. Verbling.com is the best place on the planet to learn a second language. There's no doubt about that. We have it all. Lots of different instructors who have different ideas about teaching, creative ideas for teaching English, and lots of interesting subjects to read about, to listen to, and most importantly, to talk about. And so we have some people joining with reservations, which is great to see. And what we're going to be doing is using a document that I have prepared. And just if I can ask everybody, when they join the class, please to keep your microphones turned off so that we remove the background noise. And I've called this document B1. And so people can download that, B1. They can download the document from the Verbling.com website. I'm going to be putting the document on the screen share, and sometimes the image on the screen share is not very clear. And so it's better to download the document, open it on your computer so that you can read the text clearly and easily. Okay, and what we're going to be talking about is biofortification of food. This is a new word created recently, and the idea is to increase the micronutrients that are in the food that you eat. And so I'd like to say hello to everyone, and I would like them to tell us where they are connecting from. But I would also like to ask them what kinds of fruits and vegetables do they eat so that they have a healthy diet. And also I wanted to ask people if they take vitamins, for example. Do they take minerals or vitamins, pills, tablets, this kind of thing? All right, and so I'd like to start with Enrique. Hello, Enrique. I can see that you're joining us from Brazil.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Yes.
My name is Enrique from Brazil. That's my second class with you.
Excellent, great. Welcome back.
Yeah, I usually in my diet I used to eat apple, banana,
okay, good.
and some nuts.
Oh yes,
and
okay.
Some cereals, and
different
I
grains or
different grains.
Yeah, like wheat or oats or barley. Do you know those? Yeah. Okay.
No, I don't know the name, but probably
okay.
It's some cereals in the morning and during the day as well.
Yeah. Okay. And so cereal is, for example, you put it in a bowl and you pour milk on top of it. That's cold cereal. But grains are the seeds, essentially, that we have wheat and oats, perhaps being two of the most common.
And what's the name of that bread with grains?
Yeah, good. Whole wheat or whole grain bread.
Whole grain breads.
Yeah, exactly.
To eat it.
Meaning entire grains. Yeah, well, that sounds like you have a good diet. And so, Hermilo, welcome. Hello, Hermilo.
Hello.
Welcome. Nice to see you again. Please tell the group where you're connecting from and what kinds of foods do you include in your diet so that you're getting enough vitamins and minerals and micronutrients?
Well, I not really know if the kind of food I eat are rich in some minerals or something like that. But I
Okay.
like I like to eat in the morning bananas, sliced bananas
Okay.
on milk with sugar.
Yeah.
Not,
Good.
nothing. But sometimes I like oat, and sometimes I like cornflakes.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're talking about breakfast
yeah.
foods.
But and about the fruits I like to eat is mainly banana. But I eat too a mango and
Okay.
watermelon
Oh yes. Okay. Good. All
and
right.
yes not too many times, but sometimes apples.
Okay. So not too often, but sometimes apples.
Yes, not too
Okay.
often, but sometimes apples.
Okay. Great. No, that sounds very healthy breakfast. Great job. And I'm going to go to Jardison.
Yes, Harrison.
Hudson. Sorry,
Yes.
Hudson. Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Colombia.
Okay. And so, how do you stay healthy? Your vitamin and mineral levels up?
Actually, I taking a diet. You know, I following a diet to lose weight.
Uh-oh.
I think
Okay.
I think a little bit overweight.
Okay. And
Um, this diet contain fruit, fresh fruit, a lot of salad,
good. Okay.
uh, a little bit rice,
Uh-huh.
just a couple spoon for every meal.
Okay.
Uh,
Just a few spoonfuls.
yes.
Okay.
Water, no. Okay, I can drink juice, but without sugar. No,
Okay. Yeah. So, fresh juice with
fresh.
no added sugar.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. And have you ever taken vitamins or extra supplements for your diet?
No, no, no,
Okay. All right, great. Thank
never.
you. All right, great. And so I'm going to move on to Julissa. Hello, Julissa.
Hello, yeah. Well, about the question,
Yeah.
what I eat is, for example, salads. I accompany the main dish with some salad. For
Hmm.
example, lettuce salad or broccoli or radish salad.
Okay, good. Yeah.
And about fruits, I like to eat mostly citrus fruit like oranges, mandarins. Then I also like
See,
grapes.
so you get lots of vitamin C from the
Yes,
citrus fruit.
I love the citrus fruit. And then not so often I eat apples or bananas.
Okay,
Sometimes. Yeah.
sometimes. All right,
And
good.
about the supplements, I don't take any supplements.
Mhm. Well, and I'm not necessarily recommending it. I'm only asking because I've heard that some of these supplements, like vitamin tablets or things like that, they don't really work, and so I've heard that as well. Maybe I'll do a class on that. And then Mauricio, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Colombia.
Okay. And
Yes.
so, do you eat a healthy diet? Do you get all your vitamins and minerals?
Uh, I don't know. I I eat a lot of rice. I like beans very much, and
Uh,
sometimes I eat salads with
okay.
onion, carrots,
Yeah. Carrots have
and I
vitamin
like
A.
yes,
Hmm.
and I like fruits like orange and
Okay.
mango. Yeah,
Oranges,
oranges.
mangoes. Yeah.
Mangoes?
Yes. Good.
Okay. Yes.
So,
Yes, that's
so
all.
you get your vitamin C. All right. Good. Good.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Mikan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Where are you connecting from?
I'm connecting from Turkey.
Okay, welcome. And so, do you think of your diet in terms of the micronutrients, like the different vitamins and minerals that people need?
Actually, this is a confession. I don't care when I eating something. Is it about vitamins or minerals? But in our culture, we do not like fast foods at all. We actually eat always homemade meals.
Okay, great.
And I like all of the liquid ones, drinks, milk and other things, and
Okay.
yogurt, you know. And I'm living in a seaside, and I
Oh,
like fish, all kind of fish, and we like to eat what the sea gives us.
yeah, the
We all
seafood.
like it. Yes,
Seafood? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes. Or,
Yeah. Okay.
twice a week, I think. And
Okay. Great.
another, we like Turkish people like carbohydrate much.
Carbohydrates?
Great
Yeah. Okay.
carbohydrates. Yes.
Good.
Okay.
We're going to read about it in the article, but the macro, meaning big, the big nutrients are fat, protein, and carbohydrate. But what we're talking about is the micronutrients, like vitamins and minerals. I've heard that seafood is a very good source of some minerals. And so that's great. And so, Chubbs, hello, welcome. Welcome back. Hello?
Hi again.
And so please remind this group where you're connecting from and what kinds of foods do you include in your diet to maintain your vitamins and minerals?
Well, I'm from Brazil, and usually I'm eating food called couscous. In
Okay,
Brazil, we call it couscous, and I like corn with butter, uh, and some vegetables. Well,
okay.
I'm I was I was trying to be vegan, but it's very difficult.
Yeah, so that's absolutely no animal products at all?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And now I've heard that, yeah, it's hard to get all of the correct um, micronutrients when you are a vegan. Is that what you found, or just it was? Why was it difficult? Why did you find it difficult?
Well, when I trying to eat B B3 vitamins are very difficult
Ah,
without meat. Usually the people use medical medicaments.
yeah. Now we would say maybe vitamin supplements.
Oh well, yes.
Yeah, and with the B vitamins. Okay, great. Thank you. And so I'd like to say hello to Dem.
Hello?
But yes, hello. Now, is that your name? Sorry, Dem.
Yeah,
Okay, welcome.
yeah.
Please remind the group where you're connecting from and how do you maintain healthy levels of micronutrients?
Um, I am from the southern area of Colombia. Um, I don't have an established diet.
Hmm.
I eat everything. The only thing is, I hate the onion. I
Okay.
can't eat
You
that.
hate onions.
Um, onions, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And and I am in process to be a vegetarian.
Ah, all right. So now, what did you say? You're in the process of becoming, or you are a
Yes.
vegetarian?
No, I am in the process to become a vegetarian.
Okay. So, are you learning about it first? Are you studying it first?
Yes, I am having some advice about this, and in in some month I expect to be a vegetarian
Okay.
completely.
Okay, great. Good luck with that. And yeah, just there's lots of information that you can read about how to change your diet but still maintain a healthy diet. Yeah. All right, great. And so I think I've had a chance to say hello to everyone. And so welcome everybody. Looks like a great group. And so I'd like to open up the document that I've prepared for the class. And again, I've called it B1. And so you can download it from the Verbling website. Just click on it and download it and open it up on your computer. But what I would like to do is, Enrique, I'm going to open up the screen, bring it up on the screen share, and could you please start reading for us?
Okay. Biofortification, a new way to tackle malnutrition.
Okay, good. And just in English, I think this beginning of words is always bio.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and then to tackle something means to fight it, to confront it, to deal with it, to solve it, to resolve it, okay? To tackle something. But what it means is that you're trying to deal with something that's difficult to deal with. And so malnutrition is definitely something that's difficult to deal with. So please, go ahead.
Scientists are working to add nutritional value to maize and other crops. And
yeah, and please go ahead with the story.
Okay, Washington D.C. Biofortification is becoming the new way to tackle what some call micronutrients malnutrition. Various biofortifications projects are underway in many parts of the developing world. They are adding iron, zinc, and vitamin A in crops such as rice, beans, sweet potato, maize, and cassava.
Okay, great. And so lots of vocabulary here. And sorry, I didn't download some pictures, but if you have the document on your computer, you can Google Translate some of the micronutrients like iron and zinc, which are minerals. Well, are they metals and minerals? I think we refer to them as minerals, perhaps. And then vitamin A being obviously a vitamin, and then the crops. And I guess these are primarily sources of carbohydrate, although beans have a combination of rice and beans, and maize, which is corn. They have complete proteins in it. So maize is another word for corn. Okay, and so we're talking about a situation where it's micronutrient malnutrition. So people in developing countries lack certain kinds of minerals, elements, and vitamins in their diet. So essentially they may be getting enough to eat, but they need more vitamins and minerals. And so I'd like to go on to Hermilo. Could you please read this for us, Hermilo? Hermilo, are you there? Okay, I'm going to move on. Sometimes he's busy. Harrison. Oh, yes, Hermilo, go ahead, please.
Okay. Well, the problem is now I'm looking for the document. Okay. Zinc and vitamin A in crops
Yeah,
such as
it's
rice.
according to the World Health Organization.
Okay. According to the World Health Organization, between 250,000 and 500,000 vitamin A deficient children become blind every year, half of them dying within 12 months of losing their sight. Paul Ailona is the country director for Harvest Plus, a global program that improves nutrition and public health through biofortified foods. Ailona tells VOA's Mariema Diallo that in addition to blindness, the consequences of not having enough micronutrients in a daily diet are devastating and can result in stunting and disease.
Okay, and so this is, a serious problem. And so I would like, Ermilo, you can comment, or any of the other students, what are they talking about in this text? The text that Ermilo just read. What are they saying?
Lack of the vitamin A.
Yes, go ahead, Mine.
Lack of the vitamin A happened to blind. Most of the children losing their the vision.
Yes, they're losing their vision. So you're talking somewhere between 250,000 and 500,000 children in the world every year go blind. They lose their sight.
I never heard before those kind of the information. This is huge number.
Yeah. And it all has to do with a lack of vitamin A, which obviously is lacking from crops such as rice. I'm not sure about beans, but sweet potato, corn, and cassava root. Okay? And not only going blind, but
the reason of these children becoming blind are because the kind of foods they are eating has not the vitamin A.
Correct.
And
yes.
After they lose their sight, the half of the children are dying between 12 months later.
Yes, within a year.
Yes.
And so it's a cause of death for these children. Okay, and so it's really devastating. This lack of micronutrients, and especially vitamin A, and stunting means that the children do not develop fully, and so they are not tall. They are shorter and smaller, and they are more likely to be sick with certain diseases.
As we say in Mexico,
yes,
se quedan chaparritos.
Okay, so yes, short, and they lack development. And so this is the end of the article, but this is what we're talking about with biofortification, and they are really trying to work hard to add nutritional value to certain crops in developing countries. Okay, and so what I wanted to do was to play a YouTube video. This is just a man talking about the project, and I wanted to clarify that biofortification is not genetically modifying the food. And so according to this person who's going to talk in the video, it's a natural process that you do by breeding different plants together. They're talking about high nutrient plants and high yield plants, which grow lots of produce, that produce a lot of food.
What is the
And
difference between sorry, this is the
yeah, now
difficult
the
word for me.
biofortification. Yeah,
Biofortification and genetic modified food. What is the
yeah.
difference between two?
And now, does somebody know that? Can
I think
somebody explain
I
that?
think is because the biofortification is added throughout the fertilize the nutrition of the plants.
Okay. Now, that is, I don't know if that's called biofortification, but that's in the next article. And so, yes, it depends on what kinds of fertilizers you're putting on the field. Yeah. But what I was just explaining is, though, that they can create biofortified plants or crops by breeding two plants together, crossbreeding, which is a natural process. Whereas genetic modification, they're actually going into the DNA in the cell and they're changing it. And sometimes they're actually adding genetic information from another species, like they even put animal DNA in vegetables, and so that's less natural. And so what I would like to do is I'm just going to turn the screen share on here for a second. Please, everybody, look on the left-hand side of your screen. Here's the YouTube application. If you can add that, please. And I'm going to play the YouTube video. And just, there's no transcript, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But just do your best to understand this person talking about biofortification. So I just wanted to stop there for a second. Any comments? What were people able to understand? This is your chance here. Just a statement, a sentence. Anyone?
I cannot
Yes,
see.
Hermilo?
I cannot see the link.
Okay. Now, Mine. No. So the Hermilo, have you watched a YouTube video during a class before?
During a class?
Yes, we're watching a YouTube video.
I have watched a YouTube video.
Okay, so if you click on the left-hand side of your screen, you should be able to watch the video.
The left side?
Yeah, on the left-hand side of your screen, look for YouTube. Yeah, and can I get a comment from someone else?
Yes,
Yes,
what I
Julie?
want to do is that, well, he said that in some developing countries, some people don't have access to eat certain food that gives them proteins like fish, meat, or that kind of food.
Right.
So what they want to do is that with the food that they can eat, that they can find, they want to add them more vitamins to that kind of food that they have near
Okay.
to them. So what they do is they are adding iron, zinc to the crops. And then
Okay.
I think they are mixing this with a different variety, something like that. And then they will give this to the families that
Yeah.
need them.
Great. And show that it actually does help the situation, and then they give the seeds to the farmers and hope that the farmers will plant these crops and grow them and sell them. Right. And the idea is it's natural, where they take varieties of the plants, let's say rice, for example. So there's a variety that has lots of vitamin A in it, or lots of zinc in it, or iron in it, and then they crossbreed that with another variety that doesn't have high levels of those micronutrients but produces lots of rice. And so they cross those together, so you get the both qualities, and you give those to the farmers and hope that they adopt them. Okay, and so let's take a look at more of this video. Okay, great. And so, yeah, there seems to be a big difference between this idea and genetically modified food, which is often controlled by the company that makes it and is sold to farmers 1 year at a time, whereas this is just creating new varieties of food crops that are available for people and for farmers to grow year after year after year. And I put in the Verbling chat box just that small change of moving from a variety of white sweet potato to a variety of orange sweet potato, which improves your vitamin A levels. And they showed that solved the problem. So a quick comment from anybody? A question? A comment?
I have a question.
Yes, Mimi.
Actually, it's a very popular subject nowadays. Everybody talk about the nutrition and more nutrition food. But my concern, how become a suddenly every food less nutrition than before? You know what I mean?
Like fruits and vegetables are becoming less nutritious?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So does anybody know about that? Does anybody have a comment about? And then Harrison, yeah, but go ahead, Mauricio.
Yes, I lost some of the video because I had a network problem.
No
But
problem.
that I understand is that they combined the good features,
Yes.
the best features of the varieties of the plants.
Yes. Good.
For creating a new variety that has all the benefits of the two varieties.
No, you said that perfectly. Yeah, well said. And then Mine's question is, modern day produce, grains, fruits, and vegetables, some people say there's less nutrition in it. And, maybe it's just because there's less variety. I've heard of that, where the whole world is eating the same kinds of apples, the same kind of rice, the same kinds of bananas. And so, like if you think of potatoes, for example, I think there are hundreds of different species and varieties, well, maybe not species, sorry, but varieties of potatoes. But everybody eats essentially the same kind of potato. You know, the potato that McDonald's wants to use or something like that, because farmers are trying to grow, you know, it's more like factory farming, where they want to produce big amounts of produce that can be easily sold. And so maybe that's the problem. Anyways, what I'd like to do is to, now, Julissa, you were able to read. Mauricio, did you read from the last article?
No, I didn't.
No. So could you please start this article, please? It begins with scientists suggest adding.
But is B1 or other article?
Yes, B1 and the second article down. So if you scroll down, you can see it on the share screen maybe. Scientists suggest adding selenium to diets in Malawi.
Let me see. Okay.
Okay.
Scientists suggest adding selenium to diets in Malawi.
Okay, and the article, please?
Yes. Scientists say adding a naturally occurring mineral to fertilizers could help reduce disease and death among Malawians. It's all part of an international study conducted by researchers at the University of Nottingham in the UK, on the nutritional value of soil in Malawi. The report has found that dietary deficiency of the mineral selenium, which plays a vital role in keeping the immune system healthy, is endemic in Malawi.
Okay, great. And so I'll get you to stop there, please, because I'd like, first of all, if people can look at the map. I think we're going to be talking about 2 African countries, but first of all, and we are getting quite a bit of background noise from your microphone, Mauricio, just so if you could mute your microphone before and after you're speaking, that would be great. And so Malawi is a small country here between Zambia, Tanzania, and Mozambique. So it looks like it's along a lake, Malawi, if you can see that. So that's where we're talking about. And obviously, they don't have enough of this mineral, selenium, in their soil. And so many people have a deficiency in this micronutrient. Okay, great. And Mine, could you read this for us, please?
Okay, just a moment, please.
The study.
Okay. The study, which was published in the journal Scientific Reports, found that most Malawi soils do not have an adequate amount of the selenium required for the human nutrition. In the report, researchers are calling for further investigation into the benefits and costs of enriching crops with selenium through
Fertilizers.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue.
Dr. Martin Broadley, one of the lead researchers of the study at the University of Nottingham Schools of the Biosciences, said one of the issues is the natural acidity of the soil in Malawi and in many areas. So
okay, so sorry, I'm going to get you to stop there. Thank you. Thank you. And so they're talking about just the fact that the soil doesn't have the component in it, this selenium. And so what are they going to do? What's the problem, and what solution are they considering?
they are going to add the mineral that they don't have,
Right.
that the soil doesn't have through the fertilizers.
Yeah, they're going to study that anyways. This is the investigation into, you're looking at the benefits and the costs of doing it. And, Mine asked a question why people say that certain fruits and vegetables are less nutritious nowadays. So if farmers keep using the same soil to plant and grow the same crops, over the years, you're going to lose the minerals and certain other kinds of nutrients if you don't replace them. And so what you're replacing into the soil with fertilizers is very important. And if the soil is acidic, well, then that's maybe one of the problems. Okay, great. And so what I'd like to do is to go on to Nihan. Could you please read this for us?
So it may be that there is rather a lot of selenium around in terms of the total concentration in the soil, but in terms of the amount of selenium that is available to be taken up by plants, that could be very, very low.
Please continue.
The study examined the diet and nutritional status of a total of 120 relatively healthy women between 18 and 15 years of age, living in villages and Zombi in northern Malawi and Michelangelo in the south.
Yeah, great. I'll get you to stop there, and just the number 50. So these women were between 18 and 50 years of age, living in villages in northern Malawi and southern Malawi. And so what did they say here? They said that there could be a lot of selenium in the soil, but what's the problem?
The plant doesn't take this selenium from the soil.
Good. Yeah, to be taken up, which means to be absorbed by the roots of the plants. Yeah, taken from the soil by the plants. Great. Okay. And so, all right, I wonder if there was a difference between the north and the south. So let's keep reading here. And I would like to go back to Chubbs. Could you please read this for us?
Yes. It was a joint study with several collaborating groups in Malawi itself, and we were working with the Ministry of Health and with Lilongwe University. Our colleagues from those organizations spent a period of time in the homes of volunteers from two different regions. One region where the soils were very, very acidic, and where we had previously observed very low transfer of the element selenium in the local crop, and one area where the soils were much more alkaline, explained broadly.
Okay, great. I'll get you to stop there. And so things can be talked about as being acidic, or the opposite is alkaline. And so that might be some interesting vocabulary for you. All right. And so I wonder what kinds of results they found. And so, Dem, could you read this for us, please? Hello, Dem, are you there?
Okay.
Great.
Do you hear me?
Yes, fine.
Okay. Our colleagues, he continued, spent time and a period of 24 hours with each of the volunteers at the study, and were able to create samples of food and drink that were consumed in the home over that period. And we were also able to create blood and urine samples from the volunteers.
Okay, great. And
Generally,
so, yeah, good.
generally speaking, scientists have found that a lack of proper levels of selenium in the body adversely affects the immune system. Immune? How do you pronounce this, please?
No, that was good. Immune,
Yeah. Okay.
immune system.
As a result, people tend to be more
Susceptible.
susceptible to infectious diseases and cardiovascular problems. One example of where enriched traps are showing success is in Finland.
Finland. Okay, great. And so Finland is the country in the north, and so maybe people lack certain micronutrients there. And so this seems like it was a very in-depth scientific study. And so they collected samples of food and drink. They took both blood and urine samples from people. And so they ended up getting a lot of information. And unfortunately, it affects the immune system so that people are more susceptible to infectious diseases. So definitely important to maintain your micronutrients. All right, now, so what's happening in Finland? Enrique, could you read this for us, please?
Okay. For the past 30 years, they have been using micronutrients enriched fertilizers to make sure that adequate levels of selenium were going into the diet. So the technology is in place. What isn't known is the benefit cost of analysis of adopting something like this approach, said broadly.
Yeah, please continue. Yeah.
Okay. In Malawi, the staple maize dominates the diet, but broadly said, the key to healthier diet and to getting more selenium is to eat a larger variety of foods.
And I'll get you to stop there. Sorry.
Okay.
So great, thank you. And maize. The E is silent. Maize. And again, this is corn. All right. And so what do they say about Finland? Can anyone point that out?
Finland used this technology and put the selenium in their crops.
Yeah. And how long have they been using it for?
Past 13 years.
Yeah. So 30 years. Okay, great. And so, but I guess still they need to know if it's worth the extra cost of doing it in these African countries, in Malawi. Okay? And great. And what was the comment? What was the information in this paragraph? Talking about the fact that most people eat corn?
Okay. If nobody wants
Yeah.
to say, I can say. In Malawi, they have a lack of the selenium their diet, and the doctor broadly say that they have to eat different kind of the variety of foods to get their selenium, but this is too much amount of the selenium they have to eat, I think so.
Right, and so exactly, they cannot continue to just eat corn. They're saying that the staple, which means the carbohydrate, the main component of a diet is corn, and that dominates the diet. They eat mostly corn, and that has to change. They need to eat more of a variety of food. And so what I'd like to do is to go to Ermilo. Could you please read this for us? Begins with, people have to try.
People have to try and diversify their diets as much as possible, and that may mean trying to eat more fish or more animal produce of some description, or more vegetables, or more nuts, that type of thing, which generally have high levels of selenium in them, and we're going to be a long way short of adequate intakes without some radical change in the intakes of the Malawi population. And again, you are dealing with a situation in Malawi where many people are living on extremely low income levels and don't have access to sufficient purchasing power to be able to afford to buy such a diverse range of foods. Broadly explained.
Okay, great. Thank you. Great job with your pronunciation. And yeah, and so what is the scientist saying that people need to eat more of?
The scientists say that
Good.
people should people has to eat more fish or
Good.
more animal produce,
Yes.
like milk or yogurt or the meat,
Great.
or
Yes.
more vegetables or more nuts.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to
But
point out that I've heard that nuts are a very good source of minerals.
yes, but
Hmm.
in Malawi,
Yeah.
population is not very rich, and they are a little short in income, and they cannot buy the variety things which we
Yeah.
mentioned,
And
vegetables or the animal
yeah. And they're
produce.
saying that people have an extremely low income. Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's that's a different problem. All right. And so great. Excellent. Well said. Great job. And Julissa, could you continue reading for us, please?
Yes. He also pointed out that a lot more research needs to be conducted to identify whether the cost of adding or changing the existing fertilizer practices in Malawi would be the most beneficial approach to improving the nutritional value of crops.
Okay. And so there we go. Great. So we're finished with the reading. And so, yeah, how do you help this situation? And so, Julissa, do you have a further comment? What I'd like to do is get some comments from people. Please feel
Yes.
free to, if you want to ask a question, if you want to make a comment, if you have an idea or something in your country, something in your personal life. So go ahead, please.
Yes, I think one of the problems that we read here is the access to the variety of foods like fish or that. But sometimes it's also cultural, the problem, because when some people are so used to a certain kind of diet, like maybe just maize or corn, it's
Corn,
very
yeah.
very it's very difficult to change that diet with different foods like fish or others. It's also cultural, so there is another kind of work to do there to make the people change their practices and that kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And the man in the first video mentioned that, where he said, well, we can develop the new seeds and we can offer them to the farmers, but they need to adopt them. They need to
Yeah,
start growing these seeds. And that's pretty hard when maybe for generations you've been growing the same crops. And so how do you change the crops that your great grandfather, grandfather, and father were growing? The family has grown it for generations.
No, so
Nihan? Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah, Enrique?
it's also expensive to follow a diet. It's cheaper to eat fast foods.
Yeah, okay, right. And so they have these staples like corn. And so obviously corn grows well, and so that's the food that people can easily afford. Right. Yeah. I
Gulf,
have yeah, go ahead, please. Nihan.
I have a different comment. You have mentioned about the seeds and fertilized. But I think it's a little bit political way, because we have a big garden and we plant many different varieties, especially cheers and fruits. But we cannot achieve to receive the how can I say, the qualified seeds, because when the seed suppliers give you the seeds, uh, that kind of seeds will not be grown in the other year. It's only about a 1 year term. And I think it's a more like a political issue.
Okay, now the man in the video said that the seeds that they give the farmers are available year after year after year. But I know there are some situations.
But in actually,
yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the reality, this is not work.
Oh, okay. All right, great. And so, and let's go to Dem. A comment from you, please. Dem, are you there?
No,
yeah.
No, I don't have a final comment. Thank you.
Oh, but really? Oh.
I say, I have a comment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no, I'm going to go to Enrique, and I'll be right with you, Hermilo. Enrique, go ahead, please.
No more comments as well.
Oh.
But
this is your chance. No, okay, Hermilo, it's all yours.
Okay,
no, don't apologize.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the comment I want to say is that here in Mexico, the corn is known as maize. We call it maize, and it is similar to maize.
Yes, the word is very similar, isn't it? Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, okay, great. And excellent comments. And I wanted to go to Mauricio.
Hello.
Do you have a chance? Yeah.
Yes. I think that, for example, here in Colombia, I have saw some investigation in big crops like sugar cane.
Yes.
But, so I can see investigation in that kind of crops. But in that crops that are from the small farmers, I haven't saw that kind of investigation. So
okay. So you have not seen those types of studies or investigations? Yeah.
Yes, I think the current investigations benefits only to the big farmers, to the industrial, but not the small ones.
All right.
So I think it have to be more. How do you say that? More. That benefits all the country.
Oh, yeah, to benefit everyone. All right, great. I have to go. I have my next class.
Thank you.
And it's music time, so I hope you can join.
Yes,
all right, I
need
some singers.
Bye-bye, see you.
Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, and thanks to Verbling. Remember, this is